You guys ready for this crossover in Spawn issue number 10? Cause I am. Let's go. The comic starts off with Spawn convincing himself that he is not Spawn, because he's reminiscing through all of these memories and he's trying to put himself away from who he truly is so that he can have unlimited power and stuff like that. Now this is where Spawn's powers get pretty interesting. If he says he is not Spawn, his powers are more likely to work in his favor, because he is separating himself from reality. Because don't forget, his necroplasm is imagination based. So he's trying to figure out his powers essentially in this moment, and he teleports again. It's still kind of painful, but this time it's a lot more instantaneous and less of a travel. You know how teleportation is supposed to be. You're supposed to arrive at one spot instantaneously. So he pretty much says that he is everywhere at once because that's what he imagines himself being. Don't know if I worded that right, but you guys know what I mean. So he teleports himself to a specific sphere of hell where Cerebus lies. Then we see tons of people with bags over their heads weeping and crying. After that, we see various heroes such as Spider-Man, Batman, Thor, Hulk, The Thing, The Flash, tons of different people, all inside of a cage. Spawn instinctively tries to destroy the bars because he knows these are good people locked behind bars, and he tries to do it with a blast of hellfire that is the equivalent of the heart of a star, and it has no effect. After that, the heroes start to say, "Take our power, Spawn. Take our powers." Superman arrives in front of Spawn and he's like, "Come on, man. Take my power." Spawn nods and he takes all of their power. He uses this power to try to blast the gates, but even then, it's still not enough to burst them open. The character Cerebus then arrives to Spawn. Now, before you ask me who Cerebus is, I barely know, to be honest. I haven't looked into him that much, but I do know he did have the previously longest running independent comic book in history with 300 issues until Spawn surpassed it. So Cerebus explains to Spawn once Spawn asks, "Who are these people?" He says, "They're superheroes like yourself." And then he asks, "Who are the dudes with bags on their heads?" And Cerebus is like, "They're creators. It's too bad they sold them, and that's why they're here." And then he says, "Try not to think about it, because it's sad." After a little bit of talking, they then arrive at this mansion, this wicked nice home, and Cerebus says, "Welcome home." And he's like, "My home?" He's like, "Yeah, man, it's your house." He's like, "You also have a wife named Wanda?" And he's like, "What?" "And here's your daughter, Cyan." And he's like, "What?" And he's super happy that he has a daughter because this is everything that he has wanted, essentially. Cerebus then has to leave, and Spawn is happily satisfied where he is right now. If you enjoyed the video, let me know. If you didn't enjoy the video, what? Do you like men? Do you like men? That's perfectly fine. That is okay. That is alright. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.